This is Shirley Farrington. I am a real estate agent, and I'm also a wholesaler. So I do some investing by wholesaling property. When I go out to list somebody's house for sale, I do run into people that really don't want the hassles of having it on the market and having agents show it and always having to live in it, you know, with like you're living in a model home. And they sometimes, you know, they're interested in just wholesaling it to get a quick sale, because that's what wholesaling is. It's cash brings a lower offer, and quick cash brings a lower offer. Basically, the rules of thumb to think of. So quick cash, a lot of people go for that because it's less hassles. It all depends on the motivation of the seller and what they want. But so when I run into one like that, I wholesale it, and what I do is I act as the principal. I write a contract as the principal. I'm not representing them as an agent. I'm writing a contract, and I am the principal. And then I'm looking for someone to sell it to in 30 days. I don't have the resources to buy right now, maybe, and so that's why I do it. If I had the resources to buy, or if I had an investor, a private investor, which I could, you know, I already know a few that I have private investors, that if I find a really good deal, they want to know about it, because then they might buy it, and or even just they might be the bank for me, a private lender. So that's another way to do it. But I'm into more of like just the wholesaling, to move it for them the fastest, and that's what they want. So I just, like there was one recently, it had been on the market for a year. In this market, it had been on the market for a year with 2 different real estate agents. They had bought another home, so they moved out, and he's sick and tired of paying the mortgage and the hassle. So I found him because he was trying to rent it. So since I do rentals and property management, so I called him about that. And he says, well, I really want to sell it. He says, I don't really even want to hassle with it anymore. Can you imagine that, a year and making 2 mortgage payments for a whole year? So anyway, he wanted like $200,000 for it. And I told him, well, for how much would you take for quick cash, close in 30 days? No more hassles anymore. You could get relief from paying that mortgage that you're having to pay on this, and the upkeep he has to pay on that, and the utilities he has to pay on that to keep it going. So he said, yeah, bring me a deal, he said, and I might do it. I said, okay, well, we got to do a deal here with you and I, because I would make you an offer for, I'd probably have to get at least maybe 150. If you could let me have it for 150, then I think we could have a deal. But still, I need to find the buyer, so I need 30 to 45 days. And he went, like 30 to 45 days? Quick cash should be really quick. I said, hey, your house was on the market for 12 months, over 12 months. You know, there were a lot of different ways I could have helped you with that as an agent too, because I have different strategies for getting sellers. And the house, there's nothing wrong with the house. I don't know why. I mean, I do. It's just, he wanted just to do it retail, and he listened to what these 2 agents said to do without taking ownership of it himself, saying, hey, I'm the owner here, I want a sale, I've got to think of doing something else. I mean, he has just let it go on for too long. But that does happen. People that have money sometimes don't worry about it. It's not that much to them. And I made sure too that he was paying his mortgage. You know, I had to get him to sign a form that said I could check that he was, you know, paying his mortgage. So anyway, he agreed to let me have it for 150, and I was acting as a principal, not as a real estate agent. And then I went out looking for a buyer. Now I tried to get 200 for it, but I mean, I could have, but I wanted to do a cash sale. So I knew that was going to be less, and I can't really waste. An investor who's looking to pay cash is not even going to play with agents who have it listed a regular retail price. They have to see it listed for lower. So I had to list it for around $175 to make any money out of it. So $150 and $175. Of course, the investor who was buying it was going to be paying less than $175 even. But that was up to me because the owner was going to get his $150, and if I could get $10,000 or $5,000, sometimes $5,000 is enough for me. Sometimes $10,000. Well, I mean, whatever you can feel it when you're working a deal. Once you get used to that, the negotiating back and forth, you can feel it and you can know and and come to a meeting of the minds. I mean, sometimes you can't either, but this one worked out really good. So that's what wholesaling is. They didn't have to put it on the market with real estate agents showing it. I just showed it to people, to investors who were wanting to buy it, to buyers. And in this particular case, they did have an agent, so I had to pay an agent also. So that's why I didn't get $25,000 out of it. I had to pay the other agent's commission, and I had to pay a little bit towards closing costs. But that was okay, because I still did pretty good, not bad. So that's wholesaling. So if you'd like to learn how to do some wholesaling, I'd like to get a women's group going together for women who'd like to learn how to wholesale, who like to be investors. And you might have the money, you might want to buy a house. You may not even want to do what I do, going out, meeting people, looking for deals. You might want me just to find you a deal, and then you would buy the house. So either somebody who wants to make some money, like maybe make $2,500, $5,000, or $10,000 on a deal here and there with me until you can get going on your own and do it by yourself. Or you can even pay me just to be your coach, and I can coach you how to do it. So there's a lot of different ways we can work. It's all negotiable. It's all in the deal, and I love making deals. And that's why I'm more of an investor type of person than a real estate agent. But anyway, that's why I'm doing both. So I'm a real estate agent / investor / wholesaler. I also stretch mine out to doing some lease options and lease, placing a tenant in there maybe even, and then even managing it myself because I'm the principal again, so I could do that. But if you want to learn about it, my number is 678-294-6548. Love to get together with you. And if we can't meet, I could maybe even do a teleclass and send you a video. I'm great at doing videos. I'll send you a video, a presentation, a more personalized one for you. So just let me know. I'd love to work with you. I love to help women make money. Women who don't have any credit, who don't have any money, especially, I love to help you and teach you what I know how to do and see you grow in making money and developing a business of your own. This is Shirley, over and out. Talk to you soon.